Hello and welcome to this series of podcasts brought to you by Haydock Finance. In this episode, as broker and customer expectations continue to rise, we'll be looking at how AI technology can reimagine service and can help take teams from good to exceptional. Today, I'm joined by Brough, who's Head of Platform Services at Haydock Finance. It's great to meet you, Christian.
Lovely to meet you, Siân.
First of all, tell me a bit about your role.
Yeah, sure. So at Haydock Finance, I've got sort of two roles really. I wear two hats. The first one is that I'm the manager of the Platform Solutions team, which is a solution delivery team comprising of business analysts and business testers. And then the second role is more like a product manager with particular responsibility for the operational platforms like Odessa that we use. So I'm responsible for the quality of the content on the Odessa platform.
So why was it important for Haydock Finance to explore AI technology?
Yeah, so we're very aware of the fact that the expectations of our customers, the brokers, introducers and their customers is increasing in terms of faster time to decision and also clearer communication as well. So we at Haydock Finance are involved in quite a few changes that all look to complement each other and they're all designed at looking to improve those areas.
And of course, there are promises that you make to brokers and obviously impact then to their customers. How does this technology support those service promises that you make at Haydock Finance?
Yeah, so the technology that we're looking at the moment, what that is doing is it's taking very long, manual, repetitive tasks and it's automating those. We're still keeping the human, our people in the driving seat, but it's really cutting times on those processes quite dramatically. We're very sort of encouraged and excited about the improvements that we've seen.
And then in terms of relationships, particularly with introducers and maintaining that reliable relationship, how do you say AI being involved with that? I mean, does it have an impact at all?
It does, yeah. At the moment, we're not looking to put AI into a position where it's customer facing. So we're going to use it purely as a means of improving those processes and allowing our people to still be the face of the company and, like I say, in the driving seat. We've had some fantastic results. I was reading about those today in the UK Customer Satisfaction Index, where we've had some fantastic results around our people and how knowledgeable and competent they are. So that's our key strength, really. And AI is just there as a tool to help sort of supplement those people.
So if we dive in a little bit more into the actual technology and also perhaps some of the challenges that it's been introduced to overcome, and also of course outcomes will be really interesting to hear about as well. If I just take you back to the challenges to start with, you spoke about wanting to do things quicker, faster, obviously being reliable. Can you tell us a bit more about those specific or key challenges that this is going to help with?
Yeah. So one of the key things really for me as someone in technology at Haydock Finance, one of the key drivers is keeping Haydock very, very easy to deal with. So for that reason, we allow our brokers to send in proposals, their own proposals, which means that we receive a lot of documentation that comes in lots of different styles and formats. We get proposals that come in from portals that require usernames and passwords to be entered, and we've got some proposals that come in that are handwritten. And the only way really at the moment that we can get those proposals onto the system is for our people to read them and then rekey them onto the platform. And that obviously takes a little bit of time for us to do. There are technologies out there like integrations, but they take time and you have to do them one at a time. So the really nice thing about the technology that we've just invested in now is the fact that it's a universal solution for all of our brokers, so we can apply it across all of the proposals.
Sounds really interesting. Tell me a bit more about it. What's it called and how does it work?
Yeah, so we went through quite a detailed process in terms of looking at all of the different options that are out there in the market. We had a look at a couple of AI solution providers who were asset finance specific. We looked at a couple who are more generalists. In the end, we settled on a company called Vamos, which are headed up by a guy called Richard Houston, who is the managing director and founder. And I think the thing that we most liked about it was the fact that being grounded in asset finance, the company knew exactly where we were coming from. They were able to really involve themselves in the process and provide that knowledge and that context. But the other key thing was that they shared our similar approach in terms of keeping humans in the driving seat. In terms of what it does, it sits across our proposal inbox where all of the incoming proposals are received. And then it reads all of those different types of proposals. It extracts all of that information, it structures it, and then it integrates that into Odessa. So it takes a very manual process and completely automates it with just that human oversight over the top.
So effectively here, you're talking about humans in the loop.
Exactly, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. So our users have a really nice, clear interface where they can see the information as it was sent in. They can see the information as it's been extracted and structured. They can do a quick comparison of that. And if they're happy with that, then you can press a button and that is directly loaded then into Odessa. And the time savings that we've seen have been very significant. We're really encouraged by that.
And what about the teams? What's been the response from the teams at Haydock Finance with using this? I mean, would you even say that there's a culture change or shift happening?
Yeah, definitely. So what I would say is that the first time that we started talking about AI within Haydock Finance, there was understandably a little bit of apprehension about that, what that might mean for our people, and whether it might mean taking some people's roles. But that has definitely not been the intention here. As Haydock is a business over the last 7 years that I've been there, the company has grown incredibly. And AI is going to help us to grow and continue to develop as a business. But what I will say is that initial apprehension has certainly turned into real positivity. And the team that are currently using the application have given us some absolutely great feedback in terms of the user interface, about how easy it is to use, how they can do the direct comparison between the two data sets. And what they appreciate, I think, is that this is a tool to take away the manual repetitive tasks that they probably would have found a little bit boring and allow them to focus on those more sophisticated and complex activities.
So they're not involved so much on the repetitive tasks, but their skills then can be used for something more important, really.
Absolutely, yeah. And remain customer focused and providing that excellent level of service that we're sort of known for in the industry.
And in terms of where you go from here, I guess you want to understand exactly the outcomes that you can have from this technology. So how are you measuring success at the moment?
Yeah, one of the other things that this platform, Vamos and Odessa, give to us is some really nice data. It's still relatively early days at the moment, but the information that's coming out of the systems is very, very encouraging. So we've seen an improvement in process loading times of about 65%. So around about saving of about 20 minutes in the proposal loading. The quality of data that's getting extracted is around about 97%. So that's incredibly high. We will be getting more data out as the weeks go by. So we'll continue to have a look at that and see where there are potential other areas for improvement.
And in terms of next steps, do you envisage that you could be using AI technology in other areas as well? Is that something you want to explore?
Yeah, absolutely. As Gordon mentioned, who was on the podcast last time, Haydock Finance, we're really looking to invest in technology and innovation. We're shaping a technological roadmap at the moment in terms of changes that we can implement to our operational platforms, and we definitely see AI as being a potential solution for some of those. In terms of our focus, it's really going to be probably in those areas where the processes are quite time sensitive. So while I can't be quite specific at the moment, we're definitely looking at where we can apply this technology in the near future.
Well, that sounds great. We look forward to hearing more about that, perhaps in a podcast to come. Christian, thanks so much for talking with me today and sharing so much about where you are at the moment in terms of the AI journey. It's been really fascinating.
It's great, thank you.
That's all we've got time for now, but don't forget you can check out our previous podcasts. And in the next episode, I'll be joined by Haydock Finance's Head of Prestige Vehicle. where I'll be finding out about how they're shaping their offering in this sector going forward.